Hello everybody and welcome back to the Echoes of Wisdom in Minecraft. If you haven't seen the last episode, we built the entire Suthorn forest in Minecraft. And now we are going to be building the Suthorn Prarie. And the ultimate goal of this series is to build all of the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom in Minecraft. And if you haven't seen the first video of building the Suthorn Forest, then make sure you go check that out. But now we're going to go build the Suthorn Prarie.
Now, I started off with just this little incline that is in the path to go up, and then I started extending the ground because it's a little higher, so I have to place all the grass blocks for the ground on the prairie, which probably took the most time out of everything in the Suthorn Prarie, was just placing all of the blocks and getting the right measurements there. And I filled in the path here. I started off by just doing the bottom left corner, which has a little temple, and it connects it to the Gerudo Desert, which is going to be one of the next ones, which is going to be so tough. The Gerudo Desert and the Barren Wetlands, that's what it is. The Gerudo Desert and the Barren Wetlands are going to be so tough to do. The Gerudo Desert not as tough as the Barren Wetlands. And I'm actually doing the Barren Wetlands next, which is, oh man, that's going to be tough because there's just so many complicated palm trees and it's just such a massive area. Yeah, right here I'm working on this little pond that surrounds this like ruined temple thing. So I gotta place all the blocks and get the water all in, and then I can break the blocks so that the water flows. And then I can start working on the temple. I had to get down a design I kind of liked with the colors. I decided to go with stone, even though tuff might have been a little better choice, but stone had the better designs on it that I needed. So I had to sacrifice the colors that the tuff would have given me for that. And so I just started on these little downward sections from the forest that kind of are the barrier between the forest and the prairie. Started filling all the rest of the bottom corner in. And there's these two like weird stone things out front. And this design that I'm building right here is not the final design. I end up going back and I get a way better design because it really does look bad. And there's a couple more paths I had to plop in. I say a couple, really quite a few more. And this area that I'm working on right here is the area that connects the prairie to the Gerudo Desert, which is going to be 2 episodes away. Episode 3 is going to be really tough. It's going to be, like I said, the Barren Wetlands, and then episode 4 is going to be the Gerudo Desert. So there you know what's coming next in this series. So here I just started extending all the ground so that I could get a layout of what everything looks like. And tried to get it as close as possible to the game. Now, it's not exactly accurate, but because in the game, Zelda's really 1 block tall and half a block wide. And so I have to change it a little bit so that a Minecraft character could fit in it. Because how I'm doing it is a Minecraft character as Zelda. Like Zelda compared to the Echoes of Wisdom map as a Minecraft character compared to this map. That's the scale I'm going for. And so if you ever notice something that's a little off, and that's why some of the houses in like the forest village, the Suthorn village, they don't look perfect, because I don't have as much space as I would have liked. Yeah, here I'm lining out the Gerudo Desert area on the walls. I lined out all the walls first so that I could fill it all in with grass and then put everything on top, all the ruins and paths that are all there. Because the prairie, either this or the Eastern Hyrule field are the easiest sections. So after I did the forest, I decided I would go ahead and do the prairie and give myself a little break after that first one, just so I can kind of get the feel of this, of really what this project is going to be. And that's why I'm doing 2 massive ones next. Out of the 13 sections in the main world, the prairie, the Suthorn Prairie, and the Eastern Hyrule Field are almost definitely the 2 easiest sections. Eastern Hyrule Field's probably easier than the Suthorn Prairie, but this one was still pretty easy. It was really fun to do also. There were only a few trees here and there, which, after the forest, I hate building trees. Like, it's just horrible. I mean, not really anymore because I took a long break in between the forest and this. But yeah, here I was building another pond because there's 2 other ponds everywhere. And there's a couple little areas that are just a little higher, and then there's trees scattered around. There's paths, there's ruins, which I start to build in a little bit. But I build all the trees first. I wanted to get all the trees in place before I started building the ruins in the last pond, which is surrounded by ruins. But yeah, I kind of extended the forest a little bit here onto the prairies platforms that I didn't do when I did the forest because it was technically the Suthorn Prairie. And so I just filled in all these trees, built a couple more that are a little outside. And then there was another thing that just extends a little bit. And then I decided that it was finally time to redesign these. Like I said earlier, I was going to redesign them. So I tried for a little bit, a couple different designs that I kind of liked. And then finally I got one that really looked like what it looks like in game, and I really liked it. And then I just built all of them. There's like, I'm pretty sure 15 all around the prairie of these weird upward monument things, and some of them are actually twice as tall. Like, that's what I'm doing here. Like, some of them are twice as tall. There's a section with 9 of them, and 5 of those 9 are taller. And the section with 5 of them is the area that has the last lake in it. The last little lake. And here, I really decided that on these ruins, I was going to switch to tough blocks. Towards the end, I decided that the stone just doesn't look as good. It matches to what it just matches with all the other stone, and it's weird. So I do switch it to tough here. I go through and switch all 15 again to tough, which took a little while, but it didn't take too long, and it was definitely worth it. I mean, it looks way better with it as tough blocks. So I went through and switched all those. And then even after I switched all of them, there were still a couple other ruins that needed to be scattered around. I guess not a couple, there were quite a few, but they're really small. So yeah, I got and then I started building these other little ruins, which are just like these weird animal statues everywhere. And then there's one little area up in the corner that is a little bigger, like a little structure here. And then I started filling in the last of the paths that I didn't do yet, because I decided I was going to do the paths last because it'd be easier to mark them once I had everything else. So I filled in all the paths, and then I was done.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Oh, I missed the parkour jump. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and I'll see you next time.